Join my Patreon at patreon.com/bunnytails for the full uncut reactions. Thank you for watching. Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be watching some more Star Trek, the original series. We are nearing the end of season 1. Today we're going to watch an episode called Errand of Mercy, and I'm excited to watch more Star Trek, so let's do it.
Negotiations with the Klingon Empire are on the verge of breaking down. Starfleet Command anticipates a surprise attack. We are to proceed to Organia and take whatever steps are necessary to prevent the Klingons from using it as a base.
Is this the first time we're hearing about the Klingons in the show?
Captain, the automatic deflector screen just popped on. Body approaching.
Configuration, Mr. Sullivan.
Oh my god. Oh god, I think my volume's a bit too loud.
Damage control.
Craziness
Report to the first
already.
officer. Captain, the other ship doesn't register. We got him.
All hands, maintain general alert.
Oh, they did get
Hold
him.
battle stations. Well, we've been anticipating an attack. I'd say what we've just experienced very nearly qualifies.
Yes, it would seem to be an unfriendly act.
Well, there it is. War. We didn't want it, but we've got it. We've still got a job to do. Denying Organia to the Klingons.
With the outbreak of hostilities, that might not be easy.
Ahead, Wolf Factor 7.
Okay, so we're speeding over there. So Organia is already it's like a peacefully colonized planet. So they're like on the in between the territory of the human empire and like the Klingons, I guess. Are we gonna see a Klingon? Exciting. If so.
Mr. Spock and I are going down to the planet's surface. You will be in command. Your responsibility is to the Enterprise, not to us. Is that clear?
Perfectly, sir.
If there is a fleet of them, you'll get out of here, Mr. Sulu.
But, Captain...
No buts.
Well, Sulu's being placed in command. Not sure if we've seen him specifically been assigned that before. It's like
You think they
a
have people
Renaissance
beaming
fair.
down every day?
Yes, curious lack of interest.
You are our visitors. Welcome, welcome. I am Aelborn.
You people are in great danger. Is there someplace we can go and talk?
Oh yes, our council chambers are nearby, please.
Well, they really do a good job at setting up the intrigue. Like every episode. Like there's just something feels strange. The goats are blue and green.
My government has informed me that the Klingons are expected to move against your planet with the objective of making it a base of operation against the Federation. The Klingons are a military dictatorship. War is their way of life. We offer you protection.
We thank you for your altruistic offer, Captain, but we really do not need your protection.
I assure you that if you don't take action to prevent it, the Klingons will move against you just as surely as your sun rises.
They don't seem too bothered by that.
We have no defenses, Captain, nor are any needed.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
I have seen what the Klingons do to planets like yours. They are organized into vast slave labor camps. Hostages taken and killed. Your leaders confined.
We are moved. But again, we assure you that we are in absolutely no danger.
How did they
Anybody is
figure?
in danger, you are.
You keep insisting that there's no danger. I keep assuring you that there is. Would
Do
you
they
mind
have
telling
some
me?
crazy
It's
like
our way of
weapons or
life, Captain.
something?
That's the first thing that would be lost.
If you will excuse us, Captain, we will discuss your kind offer.
Reminds me of Miri when he was trying to like talk to the children and they just weren't. It was like one ear out the other.
They are totally stagnant. There is no evidence of any progress as far back as my tricorder can register. For tens of thousands of years, there has been absolutely no advancement, no significant change in their physical environment.
How is that even possible though?
We have discussed your offer, Captain, and our opinion is unchanged. We are in no danger, and we strongly recommend that you leave Organia before you yourselves are endangered.
It's like they know something that we don't know and they're not telling us.
Your public facilities are almost non-existent. We can help you remake your world.
They don't seem to be bothered by the way they live.
All we ask in return is that you let us help you.
They're quite complacent, which isn't always a good thing, but nevertheless, they are.
Captain, I can see that you do not understand us.
Well, you're not doing a great job at helping us understand you.
A large number of Klingon vessels have just arrived.
Oh.
Opening fire.
Let me see
Mr.
those
Sulu,
ships again.
follow your orders.
They looked
Get out of
interesting.
here. Contact the fleet. Return if the odds are more equal. Kirk out.
Captain, since it is too late for you to escape, perhaps we should do something about protecting you.
Now we're being protected.
Several hundred men have appeared near the Citadel. They bring many weapons.
How does he know that?
He's like a telepath, a seer.
Mr. Spock and I are trapped on the planet Organia, which is in the process of being
Well.
occupied by the forces of the Klingon Empire.
This is not the Klingon that I'm familiar with. They changed their look a little bit from here to the next generation, huh?
Were you armed, you might be tempted to use violence, and that we cannot permit. You,
I
Captain,
like
will pass as an
Spock's
Organian,
cape and
Mr.
stuff.
Spock presents a problem.
Give
He
him
does
a
not
hat.
look like an Organian.
A Vulcan trader, perhaps. A dealer in Kivas and Trillium.
We shall continue as before. We have nothing to fear.
You have a lot to learn, sir.
Or are you gonna learn something today, Kirk? Some crazy eyebrows.
I am Kur, military governor of Organia. Who are you?
Oh, he is Barona, one of our leading citizens.
Where is your smile?
Now what?
A stupid, idiotic smile everyone else seems to be wearing. A Vulcan.
I am Spock, a dealer in Kivas and Trillium.
Take this man. He may be a spy.
He's no spy.
Have we a ram among the sheep?
He's done nothing.
Coming from an Organian, yours is practically an act of rebellion. Very good. You are now subjects of the Klingon Empire. You will find there are many rules and regulations. They will be posted. Violation of the smallest of them will be punished by death.
Oh God, no.
We shall obey your regulations, Commander.
You disapprove, Barona.
You need my approval.
I shall need a representative from among you. Smile and smile.
You're just like,
I don't trust men who smile too much.
I don't think you should. I don't think you should trust them. There's something
You
weird
better
about
not.
these people.
You're the man.
Me? I don't want the job.
Have I asked whether or not you want it? I will have order.
Commander, I assure you, our people want nothing but peace. We shall cause you no trouble.
Do they just not care? Like if their way of life is impeded on, or?
What about Mr. Spock?
You are concerned.
He is my friend.
You have a poor choice of friends.
How dare
Be
you?
examined. If he is lying, he will die.
How will they know if he's lying or not? Wonder what their methods are.
Do not like to be pushed.
Well, most people don't. These people love to be pushed around. These Organians, they're really into that.
You may be a man I can deal with, Barona.
Well, I like how they have done the makeup to try to change the features a little bit to make, you know, more harsher and like deeper crevices and things within like the bone structure. Try to make it look like that.
From this day on, no public assemblages of more than 3 people. Hostages selected, a somewhat lengthy list of crimes against the state. You do not like them?
What is this guy's
Well,
problem?
He is what he
Nice
claims
leg
to be,
warmers.
Commander. A Vulcanian merchant named Spock. Mind is remarkably disciplined.
You're sure?
I used Force 4.
Force 4.
It's a mind sifter or mind ripper. We can record every thought, every bit of knowledge in a man's mind. Of course, when that much force is used, what's left is more vegetable than human.
So I can understand why Spock was able to fool their system, because they have great control over their mind. They've trained to have their minds be a certain way.
We Vulcans have certain mental,
On a daily basis, they're
certain
exercising their...
disciplines which enable me to maintain a shield.
Yeah.
Out of the way, Organian.
I'm sorry, sir. We did not notice you. Captain.
You didn't really think I was going to beat his head in, did you?
I thought you might.
You're right.
He knows Kirk too well.
We'll receive no help from the Organians.
Maybe. But sooner or later, they're going to start resenting how the Klingons run things. If
Are
we
they?
could prove to them they could do something to strike back. Did I or did I not see something that looked like a munitions dump outside of Corps' headquarters?
You did.
I think it's time we did a little simple and plain communicating tonight.
So they need to basically find a way to get the Klingons out of here without the help of the locals, because the locals just don't really seem to care at all. Nice going. Ooh, grenade.
Sonic grenade.
With a delayed action fuse.
Good.
It's two of them against their whole Klingon army.
You
So
were
they're
right, Mr.
trying to
Spock.
get rid of all their
A
weapons.
most satisfactory display.
Of course we blew it up. But that was violence.
We did it to show you that you could fight back.
Terrible. To destroy.
Our fleet will eventually arrive. In the meantime, the battle is ours.
I implore you never to do such a thing again.
Does your personal freedom mean so little to you?
How little you understand us, Captain.
All I understand is that you apparently don't have the backbone to stand up and fight and protect the ones you love. Does courage mean so little to you?
They can hear him.
Obviously, you do not know the difference between courage and foolhardiness. I hope you will continue to savor the sweetness of your life. Disgust me. He will be killed after he has had first-hand experience of our mind scanner.
There is no need to use your machine on him. It is Captain James T. Kirk.
Elborn.
What?
I mean, if he saved him from the
Captain of
scanner, which can
USS
destroy
Enterprise.
his brain, they're gonna find out the information anyways.
I had hoped to meet you in battle, but
For some reason, he feels that he must destroy you, Commander. Just as you feel you must destroy him.
I just hope they give us some answers about these people, the Organians, and why they are the way they are.
you always betray your friends.
He has
didn't
no
want you to harm
respect
him.
for these people.
I'm used to the idea of dying, but I have no desire to die for the likes of you.
I don't blame you,
Kirk
Captain.
doesn't have respect for them either.
We'll have a talk before I do what must be done.
I do like it when we have these like kind of intimate, what's the word? Interactions? Like like in The Balance of Terror.
The fact is, Captain, I have a great admiration for your Starfleet, and I must confess to a certain admiration for you. You of the Federation, you are much like us.
We're nothing like you.
You're more like them than you are like the Organians.
I mean that we are similar as a species. Here we are on a planet of sheep to tigers, predators, hunters, and there is a universe to be taken.
It's a very large universe, Commander.
Yeah, we can share.
Tell me about the dispersal of your Starfleet.
Go climb a tree.
I can get what I want through our mind scanner, but your friend killed, you a mental vegetable. But it lies ahead for you unless you tell me everything I want to know. 12 hours, Captain. I respect you, Captain, but this is war. Take him to the cell with his friend.
And once again, I am forced to wonder, how are they going to get out of this sticky situation?
These Organians.
They do not seem to understand. Most peculiar.
Nevertheless, our orders still stand.
Oh. What are you doing
Oh,
here?
there you are, gentlemen.
What happened to the guards?
You expect us to trust you now?
Is there really a choice, Captain? I offer you safety.
This guy is very annoying and endearing at the same time, if that makes sense. Like, I'm frustrated, but...
How little you understand us, Captain.
Nor do we understand what happened to the guards at the Citadel.
Why, nothing happened to them, Captain. Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. What is...
Don't you see I'm busy? The 2 Federation prisoners, they're gone.
I'm so confused.
The guards, 10 of them, were constantly on duty watching the cell. Then when we opened it to give them food, they simply weren't there, and there was no way out.
They did nothing to the guards. What? I can't piece this
Is that
together.
all you can do?
Smile.
No technological
You are free, Captain.
advancement.
Oh, no, how I'm free. And why? To us, violence is unthinkable.
Attention. 2 Federation prisoners have escaped. They will be returned immediately. Listen.
Those are Klingon phasers.
You're just smiling.
In the courtyard of my headquarters,
What is going on?
200 Organians have just been killed.
If violence is unthinkable, why are you still smiling?
2 hours, 200 more will die. And 200 more after that.
Are the Organians even real? Like, what am I even
Did you hear
asking?
them?
Yes, of course, Captain.
It's like the people.
Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed. What? I'm going crazy.
Seems it's up to you and me.
It would appear so, Captain.
Where are those faces?
Nothing was done to
I
the
can't tell
guards.
you.
Nothing will change. Nothing ever changes. Violence is unthinkable. I can't put it together.
You've told us a great deal about how you hate violence. Unless you tell me where those faces are, you're going to have more violence than you know what to do with.
Perhaps you better let him have what he wants. He...
Very well, but it will do you no good.
Gentlemen, I have no great love for you, planet, your culture. Despite that, Mr. Spock and I are going to go out there and quite probably die in an attempt to show you that there are some things worth dying for.
If they hate violence so much, then they would have been upset. 200 people being killed.
Fire.
Oh, sharpshooters over here.
It has begun.
Very well.
Be hard.
Prepare yourselves.
What are they doing?
I cannot understand these people.
They know what death is, don't they?
They do not seem to be worried about anything.
No, they
Not
don't.
enough to be a military governor, but to govern a population of sheep. Very well, Lieutenant. Round up 200 more.
Yes, sir.
Fools! Will I have to kill them all?
Just stay where you are, Commander.
You will be interested in knowing that a Federation fleet is on its way here. Our fleet is preparing to meet them.
Checkmate, Commander.
Shall we wait and see the results before you kill me?
I don't intend to kill you unless I have to.
Sentimentality, mercy. Your weakness, Captain Kirk. Get out for your drink. We can toast the victory of the Klingon fleet.
It's interesting that they have made us able to relate more to the Klingons than the people that we're supposed to protect. Also, I see that the Klingons and the Organians are the complete opposite of each other, and then Kirk is in the middle between peace and war.
Always under surveillance, Captain. If you will note.
Come on, Spock!
Back! Shoot! Shoot!
What is this, Spock?
Inexplicable, Captain. Extreme heat. Not only the weapons, but the bodies as well.
So they're making it so that they cannot do violence at all.
We have put a stop to your violence.
You?
All instruments of violence on this planet now radiate a temperature of 350 degrees.
These
The
guys.
same conditions exist on both the Starfleets. There will be no battle.
Ridiculous.
So there's no technological advancements here because they frankly don't need it. They're better than that. They can do everything with their mind.
Our power's gone. Our phaser banks are dead.
My fleet. It's helpless.
What have you done?
They're
As I
both.
stand here, I also stand upon the home planet of the Klingon Empire and the home planet of your Federation, Captain. I'm going to put a stop to this insane war.
You're what?
You're talking nonsense. What gives you the right?
You can't interfere.
We have legitimate grievances against the Klingons. They've invaded our territory, killed our citizens.
You've tried to hem us in, cut off vital supplies, strangle our trade. And now you step in with some kind of trick?
It is no trick, Commander. We have simply put an end to your war.
200 hostages killed.
No one is being killed, Captain.
These aren't even their real bodies, right?
You have no right to dictate to our Federation or our Empire how to handle their interstellar relations. We have the right
to wage war, Captain, to kill millions of innocent people, to destroy life on a planetary scale. Is that what you're defending?
Well, no one wants war. But there are proper channels. People have a right to handle their own affairs.
It is true that in the future, you and the Klingons will become fast friends. You will work together.
Never.
We do not wish to seem inhospitable, but gentlemen, you must leave.
Get out now.
But we have developed beyond the need of physical bodies. That of us which you see
Took me a while
is mere
to get there.
appearance. For your sake.
Captain, it's a trick. We can handle them. I have an army.
Now they're trying to team up against them together. That's crazy.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it is.
Pure energy. Pure thought.
Pure energy,
Totally
pure thought.
incorporeal.
Wow.
Not life as we know it at all.
What about this planet? The fields, the buildings, this citadel?
Conventionalizations, I should say.
All for our sake.
Created so that visitors, such as ourselves, could have conventional points of reference.
Well, Commander, I guess that takes care of the war. Obviously, the Organians aren't going to let us fight.
A shame, Captain. It would have been glorious.
I'm embarrassed. I was furious with the Organians for stopping a war I didn't want.
Mm-hmm.
We think of ourselves as the most powerful beings in the universe. It's unsettling to discover that we're wrong.
Well, you've seen this a few times,
Captain.
Kirk.
You and I have no reason to be embarrassed. We did, after all, beat the odds.
Oh, no, Mr. Spock. We didn't beat the odds. We didn't have a chance. The Organians raided the game.
The developers of the game interfered. Well, they really caught me off guard with that one. They really stumped me for the longest time. There was a lot of cool stuff going on there. We got to meet the Klingons for the first time. We got to see how, even though Kirk and other humans like to think that they are nothing like the Klingons, the very destructive and violent Klingons, they're actually, when in comparison to the Organians, they're actually very, very similar. The Organians were so vastly different than Kirk and Core that they were ready to like team up with each other, even though they're like these kind of like mortal enemies against the Organians. It was just very interesting, very entertaining for sure. We saw again, kind of like with the Balance of Terror episode, how the two captains or commanders, or I don't remember what rank Core was, but they had the two leaders of these respective sides are able to have like some kind of respect against each other as people who will fight for something that they believe in, whether it be protecting their own kind or conquering the universe. They each have a drive, a will of their own, not wanting to just roll over and have somebody else make a decision for them. They want to be able to fight for whatever it is they're fighting for. And I was very tickled by the fact that Core seemed very frustrated that the people that he was subjugating just didn't seem to care at all. And he wanted some fighting back. He wanted, to be able to assert his dominance over people. And it just doesn't kind of hit the same way if they're just gonna allow you to do whatever you want without any complaint. His frustration was very entertaining to see. And Kirk was feeling frustrations at the same time for the Organians, not seeming to care. Kirk thought they didn't understand, but actually they didn't care at all what happened, because none of that, their bodies, the structures, even maybe the planet, they didn't care at all, because, you know, they're just corporeal beings. Oh man, they really stumped me. I gotta hand it to them for that one. They really stumped me. At one point, I remember asking, like, are the Organians even real? And what I was thinking was, like, the council people, maybe they were, like, real, but the rest of the town were not, in some sense. Like, they were just fake people. But yeah, the actual truth was way more crazy than what I was thinking. It's just fun to kind of think back of everything that the Organians, I don't even remember the guy's name, any of their names, but the Organians said. Everything that they said makes so much sense right when the reveal is there. But yeah, it's interesting to look back and, oh, that's why they said that. That's why they said there's no danger. That's why they said this and that. Yeah, really entertaining episode. I liked that one a lot. That one definitely kept me guessing all the way till the end, and had a very satisfying reveal. And again, I loved the kind of interactions between Kirk and Kor, the kind of intimate conversations that they could have with one another, try to feel each other out, get an understanding, not necessarily becoming allies, but an admiration or a respect for each other as opponents on the battlefield. Today just wasn't that day that battle was going to happen. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I look forward to reading your comments and hearing all your thoughts about this episode. I'm sure you guys have a lot, and I'm very excited to hear, because this is one that I feel like it's going to be going through my brain for a while. There's just a lot for me to take in, and I still have a lot of things that I need to think about this episode. But very good episode, as usual, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!